From Nicolette sending death threats to Mayweather's daughters, to Gotti getting his men ready to beat the hell out of the pro boxer, here's why Floyd Mayweather was just threatened by a mob boss. Yep, Floyd sure is making enemies with the wrong people cause they're coming for his family. Mayweather's got a lot of foes, Conor McGregor, Jake Paul, you name them, but no one's ever come for his family, right? Well, that was before the pro boxer got on the hot list of New York's very own Gotti crime family. Floyd's having bad blood with the wrong people, but what else was he expecting stepping into the ring with John Gotti III? Cause now John's sister, Nicolette Gotti, is sending threats to Mayweather's family, and she's aiming for his daughters. The granddaughter of the crime boss wrote on Instagram, "Floyd Mayweather, your daughter was run through by an animal with 12 different baby mamas. Your little circus animal, you're all a pack of zoo animals." It doesn't end here. Nicolette also swore on her kids that she's coming for Mayweather's daughters. No matter how long it takes, 2 years, 3 years, she's ready to risk it all. Oh boy, the Mayweather clan needs to sleep with one eye open. The pro boxer has 2 daughters, Jira and Iyanna, and the latter recently teased the public reveal of her 2-year-old son, KJ, who fans saw for the first time at Mayweather's bout with Gotti. Speaking of the bout, let's talk about how it was less of a boxing match and more of a real fight. Yep, I'm not kidding at all. Mayweather's exhibition bouts are known for being boring as hell. It's cause he always goes for newbie boxers, but you're definitely in for a surprise with this one. This one wasn't like Mayweather's every other exhibition bout. It had drama like no other, and you know the fans are all here for it. The heated rivals had hot words for each other going into the fight, and even the opening bell wasn't able to stop them from taking verbal shots at each other, plus physical ones. The crowd at FLA Live Arena didn't know what they were in for, but they were sure as hell disappointed when referee Kenny Bayless stopped the fight in the 6th round. He first warned the athletes for their abusive language, but of course it didn't do much. They were completely at it. Mayweather wasn't one to keep his words to himself, and Gotti turned to rough tactics such as clinching and headlocks. But of course, the pro boxer was dominating the fight, so fans knew he was going to have an easy victory. I mean, he's a 50-0 undefeated boxer going against a 2-0 amateur. It was obvious that he was walking home victorious that night. But too bad the ref called off the fight. Well, one thing about Gotti is that he isn't one to follow rules. He kept on throwing strikes at the 46-year-old, completely ignoring Bayless. This sparked a massive brawl at the arena, and everyone jumped on the bandwagon and started throwing hands at each other. The police had to get involved to get a hold of everyone in the arena. But let me tell you, it was one hell of a night. There were brawls everywhere. In the ring, outside the ring, backstage, you name it. Gotti was mad as hell at Mayweather and kept on going after him, which was surprising, cause you'd expect him to lay low after getting a terrible beating by the pro boxer, right? Don't get me wrong, I know Gotti's undefeated, but you gotta admit a 2-0 record isn't impressive. The newbie boxer has also had his sweet time in the octagon. Yep, the New York native has a professional MMA record of 5-1. But he's still no match for Mayweather, who's like one of the best boxers out there. Things could have been a lot worse that night. Talk about an eventful night. But it's a good thing that Money Mayweather kept his cool. Yep, I can't even believe I'm saying this. The pro boxer is known for losing his cool, so he's the last person fans expected to stay calm. But to everyone's surprise, he did. The fighter stood by the corner of the ring and watched the chaos break with a smile on his face. Yes, a smile. The Michigan native then went backstage, and trust me, there were several brawls there that could have used a few Mayweather strikes. But the boxer called it a day. I guess he had thrown enough punches for the night. Floyd downplayed the whole situation and decided to make a tweet thanking his sponsors instead. I won't lie, it was a great way of taking the attention away from his bout's epic fail. Fans who were busy picking apart all the details of the night all turned to the 46-year-old athlete's Twitter account. The boxing world wasn't even aware of Mayweather's fight, praised him for his epic performance. I mean, he did throw some insane punches in the ring. The retired boxer is known for writing his own narrative, and that's exactly what he did once the dust settled on the night of the fight. He did his best to keep everything under control, but that definitely doesn't mean Gotti did the same. The Mafia member took to Twitter instantly and declared war on the boxer. Yep, Mayweather's got a lifelong enemy now. Enmity with a crime family is something you definitely don't want, but I guess it's too late for Mayweather now. Poor guy probably didn't know what he was signing up for when he stepped into the ring with Gotti. Come on, he can't be completely clueless though. A pro boxer locking horns with a member of the Gambino crime family. That's the recipe for disaster. After their failed clash, Gotti wrote on Twitter, "Punk, you my enemy for life." The New York native even dragged Conor McGregor into all of this. Conor pops up every time there's trouble around. The Irishman is one of Mayweather's biggest foes, so Gotti only wanted him to know that he's on his team. Gotti later deleted his tweet mentioning Conor, but you know, things spread like wildfire on the internet, so his message to the MMA star did too. McGregor responded and shared his own take on the whole situation. He backed Gotti up by posting a voice note, but soon deleted. I'm sure he realized that teaming up with a mafia member publicly isn't a very smart idea. The Irishman's already got his fair share of lawsuits to deal with. Speaking of lawsuits, Gotti can kiss goodbye to his boxing career for a bit. Yep, the FLA Live Arena incident slammed the brakes on Gotti's newbie career. Well, at least until 2024. The Florida State Boxing Commission suspended Gotti for 6 months. Yeah, this guy can't fight in the state of Florida, and that's all thanks to his bad habit of breaking the rules. Well, if you think about it deeply enough, he doesn't have a lot to worry about here. I mean, there are 49 other states he can fight in, right? Plus, he's got the money to fight internationally too. Well, he certainly has plans to make it work somehow, cause Gotti wants a rematch with Mayweather ASAP. Yeah, this guy's pissed. He wanted to end Mayweather in the ring, and things went completely downhill for the mafia member. Plus, he's even madder because he got the worst end of things. The fight was called off because both fighters were cursing at each other non-stop, but only Gotti got banned from boxing. Floyd, on the other hand, he faced no consequences. This guy has got nothing to worry about, and it's probably because he was the bigger man. He stayed calm and didn't fuel the brawl, so while Gotti's getting banned and whatnot, Floyd's getting invited to fight in Mexico City. Yep, he's invited to box in the Plaza Zocalo, and you know it's a huge event. Plus, Mayweather's all about exhibition fights. Yep, he's made it clear that he isn't stepping into the ring with a pro boxer again. This dude wants to make easy money without any damage, and I don't blame him for taking the easy way out. He's 46 years old, and you can get real damage if you go against pro boxers at this age. So a fight in Mexico is everything he wants, and it's pissing Gotti off. Yeah, he doesn't want to see Mayweather get away with this. Maybe if he wasn't sending threats to the retired boxer, he'd be in the clear too today. Yep, Gotti threatened to kill Mayweather in the ring, and now he's threatening the boxer with street violence. I think Mayweather's gonna take the rematch. It's not like he has a choice. Gotti has his yes men ready to give the boxer a brutal meeting. Of course, he was gonna use his mafia privileges at some point. Mayweather should have seen it coming. So there you have it, Fight World. From Gotti getting his men ready to beat the hell out of the Mayweather, to Nicolette sending death threats to the boxer's daughters. This was how Floyd Mayweather was just threatened by a mob boss.